What's going on, world? You're rocking with the young man Nuke, and this is Fresh Radio, where I bring you the family revolution, edutainment, spirituality, health, and hip hop all in one show. Yes, it's a fabulous, fabulous Friday. I'm gonna try something different tomorrow, but today, Friday, man, we're gonna recap on a whole bunch of other things. I think I might want to start taking notes, so I'm gonna start taking notes like this. I got a notebook here, and a notepad. So yeah, I'm gonna start taking notes. Okay. Bam. So from this point forward, I'm ever evolving as a individual, and you're seeing this in the flesh in real time. So when you listen to these, make sure you listen to them in order. I mean, you don't got to, but if you listen to them in order, then you'll actually see the evolution. So me taking notes is basically me just trying to make sure that I am on point when I do what I do, and I do it so swell sometimes. Yeah, but yeah. Today is the ending of the week, and it's been a week. It's been a transformative week, and I just want to make sure that we continue to transform and evolve until we come out and be some type of dragonfly or something. I don't want to be a butterfly. I want to be a dragonfly, or maybe a human fly. No, I seen the movie The Fly, and that's not what I want to be. So yeah, I just want to just transform and evolve like a Pokemon. You dig, and make it the best part of waking up is knowing that I'm transforming, and that's what's up. Yeah, so me wanting to write down things is basically me getting into the habit of not only making sure that I stay on point, but also recollecting the things that I've been through and the things that I've talked about. So yeah, that's where we at with it right now. I did therapy this week. That's the only thing I wrote down, so I can't remember what all I done this week. I definitely took care of my son. It's actually been at this point 7 full days from when he had surgery, and he's been doing a lot much better for real. But at the end of the day, he's taking his ass back to school on Monday, and we're gonna go from there and figure that part out. I also want to be able to, I guess, do this live. The whole ideal is that I I don't I don't I'm not in front of a camera because I just don't want to be in front of a camera, but I know that there's some part of the masses that want to see me do this, and I whatever. So we'll figure that out. We'll figure that part out. I'm working it all out in its own rights. So I don't know. I'm really trying to figure it out. Progress is a process, and that's it. I want to take this to the next level, and I know that even though I was on the phone with my man DiCaprio yesterday, my brother, he has a project coming out, and that project I just was informed is called Tree. So yeah, we're gonna figure that part out and move from there. I was also told that I'm going to be a part of that project. So yeah, I'm excited for that. I really am. That's gonna be some monumental thing. But I know that I just want to continue to elevate and continue to branch out and do not only do things different, but I said that to say this. I told him that just because I don't like something doesn't necessarily mean that the rest of the world doesn't. And I'm not saying I have to cater to the rest of the world, but I do have to join in a little bit. I don't want to be the oddball out because I am just stuck in my ways, and that's not cool. Because if that was the case, I wouldn't have a cell phone, which I'm actually thinking about getting rid of my cell phone anyway, for a whole nother other reason. But yeah, I don't personally feel that having the connection or having the ability to have somebody at your beck and call at any given time is necessary. I think that sometimes you need to just not have that I mean, it's like this, man. From the moment you wake up and put that phone in your hand until the moment you go to bed and put it down on the table somewhere, someone can get at you. You dig? Unless you lose service or unless you block them or turn them off, they are able to reach you. And it doesn't even have to be a phone call. It doesn't even have to be a text message. They can get you on social media. They can shoot you an email. They can actually follow your location and pull up on you. You dig? I mean, like all of those things because you got the cell phone, and I don't really like that. I just don't. I don't like that. I don't like the fact that there's that much accessibility to a person. So I really want to get rid of the cell phone. Maybe get a flip phone or something like that. And use the other things like email and even text messaging is a little bit too much, but like, cause you can sit and text a whole conversation, but in the same breath, I want to be able to use the computer for what it's for, check my emails and check my social medias and reply, do my business on there, and, even do the podcast and record some songs, mix some songs, and then move forward. I don't have to do this all day. So, yeah, I think being able to move forward and, this whole thing for me is just being able to speak. I don't want to be seen. It's not. It's not a big thing for me to be seen. I don't want that aspect of me to be seen. I just don't. I think that the whole idea of having a radio, FRESHH Radio, is that you're able to listen and you're not caught up in being seen or to have to see. That's one of the reasons why I want to be more engaging and more, what's the word? I'm not saying entertainment, but like I want to make sure that I'm touching on things that are not just about me. I want them to be about you, whoever you are listening. That's why I want the interaction. I want the talking. I want the commenting. I want the replies. I want the what is it? Suggestions. All of that. I want to make sure that when I get on this microphone that I'm giving you a piece of me, but I'm also speaking on a piece of you as well. That way there will be this connection toward the point where you don't have to see me. You can make up this, like if you want to see me, go to Instagram. That's where my face is. If you want to see me, go to Facebook or whatever. If you want to see me, come to a live event and I will be there in the flesh. Like, yeah, you can interact with me in the flesh, believe it or not. I'm a recluse to the fullest, so when I come out, it's definitely an event, and but I really don't feel like I have to be in front of a camera all day, every day, to get my point across, to get my views across, to get my thing across, So that's where I'm at with it right now, as far as the radio show podcasting is concerned. But in the same breath, I do believe that there are some times where I'll have to come out and show face, if you will. And like my man Sin said, he's listened to my podcast and he says that I need to make sure that it's a little bit more entertaining. Some people want to see your face, Some people want to engage with you. Other than that, they might think it's boring, and that's cool. I don't mind being thought of as boring, but in the same breath, I don't want to be in front of the camera, and I don't want to wear a mask while I do this either. I want to be heard. So dilemmas. But yeah, one thing after another, and then we'll move forward and continue to do it like that. Man, what else is going on in the world of the world? I didn't jump rope at all right now, but I think I'm gonna do it today. It's gonna be raining, and I'm feeling refreshed. Maybe I'll record me jump roping. Maybe we'll do it like that. I don't know. We'll figure that out. But I need to get that together. And my health and fitness are impeccable. That's not the word I'm looking for. But my health and fitness are very important to me at this point. I will be, I can't deny it, but I will be turning 40 later on this year. And what happens towards that, like 40 isn't an age, it's a mile marker, if you will. So what happens between that mile marker is that check engine light comes on. And I I don't think mine, but actually mine has came, and I had this injury that's almost a year old at this point, and it's getting better, but like it's not going anywhere, and I need to get that checked out because I'm at that age where things can fall apart, and if things fall apart, then it's not good for the young man, you dig? So yeah, I got to keep it together. Got to keep it together and make sure that I am making the right decisions for surely, and then doing it like that. You dig? And I'm taking care of my mental with my therapy, but I also got to take care of my physical. So I got to do these doctor's visits. Got to schedule some dental appointments. My children got dental appointments next week, but like me, myself personally, I got to get my own dental appointment so I can figure out what's going on there. And then, yeah, we'll figure that out. We'll figure that part out for sure. I gotta get off of here and do this mix right quick for this song that me and Killjoy doing featuring Kilgone DeBoer. We're gonna put this in this project, and I can't even remember how I titled the project honestly, but like yeah, he liked the title I was going with, so yeah, we'll do it like that. And then the whole idea is just to keep this together and keep it maintained and focused. So yeah, excuse me, that was that good egg sandwich. I paid $4 for that egg sandwich. I made it at the house. Eggs are starting to come down. I paid $35 for 70 eggs at one point, and now I paid $25 for those same 70 eggs. And yeah, so I guess that's a sign the economy is going back. My stocks are looking better. I made a little money when everything was going down, and now I'm about to make some money when everything's going back up. So yeah, it's it's beginning to look a lot like Taxmas. Yeah. So I am I don't know, I'm working on that. And as far as tomorrow is concerned, I do want to come on here and do this tomorrow, but at the same time I don't want to do it like a recap. I might do a recap in the evening, but I said I was going to do a twice a day type thing, do a recap in the morning and do a recap at night. But in the same breath, tomorrow I think I might do something a little more sexy. Yeah. I don't know. I'm working on that. I'm working on the details for that. And I think that might be the way. I can put in my very right voice and I can talk like this throughout the whole entire thing and give you one of those fake laughs. Yeah. But no, I think I'm going to start. One of my things is I'm writing this book, and it's a self-help book. I don't want to talk about the topic or nothing right now because people will steal, and in the age of AI, people will steal and put it through the AI and make it fruition. But in the same breath, I want to make sure that I can start promoting that even right now, even though it's not finished, it's nowhere even near. I don't even think it's in the beginning. Actually, I took hella notes. I got a lot of notes about the things that I want to talk about and how I want to get down and want to do that. So yeah, I got that going on for me. So yeah, hopefully the depending on my schedule, I'll have that together this summer. And we'll put it together and probably release it this fall. But if things get to moving in a grand pace, then hey, things are moving in the grand pace, and we'll go it that way. So yeah. Speaking of books, if you have not already checked out the poetry book that I got online, Drawn Poetically, Nuke, Drawn Poetically. It's just the poetry of Tommy Lee Lewis. That's me. And just go check it out. I got it's a lot of poems in there. It really is. I don't know. It's more than 50 for sure. I can't say, ooh, I put my heart and my soul in there. No, I didn't do all like that. I just went down there and I made some good poems, and put them together and compiled them. I got a lot more poems than that, but those are the ones that struck me immediately, and we'll say it like that. And I definitely want y'all to check it out. It's on sale for half off because I'm trying to raise this money. I still need to pay my lawyer. I still need to. I'm going through legal battles and things like that. So yeah, please support. Even if you don't want to buy the poetry book, man, drop me like $2 or something like that in the Cash App. NUKNOE $ baby. Yeah. Also, the which is that name of that book? royalty collection guide. Yeah, royalty collection guide. I need to get y'all up on that if you're a musician in the music industry and you have no idea about your royalties or anything like that. This is just a starter guide, just to get you into what is going on. Honestly, I wrote this book because I paid $5 for a PDF picture with 4 different things on it, and I was extremely pissed off about that. So I decided to take all the knowledge that I knew about royalties, and it's not like I know all about royalties like that, but I know enough that I was able to collect royalties, and then I hooked up with my girl Gigi Miller, and she she told me the rest of the process. I had to pay a little bit of money for that, but like it was definitely well worth it. But I took what I knew prior to that, and I put it into the book, and the things that she told me, I don't know. Maybe I have to run it past her to see if I can put that stuff in the book too, because she got her own book, and I'm not trying to step on nobody's toes or nothing like that. Information is information, but in the same breath, if it wasn't for her, I wouldn't know the things that I know now, because I was just clueless. I won't even hold you up. So I would rather push her book than to create a book that is tailored to my own needs. But who knows? We'll figure it out. Maybe I'll get her on the show and we can get to talking about some things you did. But definitely check that out. A royalty collection, royalty collection guide, whatever. Yeah, it's on the website. Just go to the website. Also, if you want to follow me on the social medias, NUKNOE everywhere, but definitely go to NUKNOE.LINK, and you can find all of my sites everywhere: the webpage, the poetry book, the collection guide book, the Facebook, the Twitter, the X, the Threads, the YouTube, the WordPress. Wherever I am on the social media and remain active, you can follow me there on the LINK. So yeah, definitely NUKNOE.LINK, and we'll get there. I think I got that linked on my Facebook, on my Twitter, or my somewhere. I got it linked somewhere. But yeah, check me out definitely, and I appreciate everybody rocking with the young man Nuke, and I appreciate everybody rocking with the Fresh Radio. We bring you family, revolution, edutainment, spirituality, health, and hip hop all in one show. Yeah, man, y'all be smooth. Peace.